And hello, good people of the internet. It is I, Tommy Kelly. This is Adventures in Woo-Woo. And in this episode, I just want to go through the various different versions of the 47's decks that are available, so that when you go to buy them, you will know what's available, what cards are in what version, what sizes, etc., etc., so you can have a better informed decision of what will be the best deck version for you. First version of the deck is the standard deck. Standard just because it doesn't have any bells and whistles. It just has all 40 cards, and these are the same size as tarot cards. Standard tarot size. They have the same thickness, paper size if you want, or quality as Magick the Gathering cards, if you are familiar with them. So there is no booklet with this, but all of the information is free on the website, and the website details are on the back. The reason there's no booklet with this is that there just literally isn't room in the box. 40 cards and that's it. So all of the information is free on the website, or of course you can get the grimoire or the little black book, which is a stripped down version of the grimoire without the color images, so it's much cheaper. So the next version of the deck, which might interest you, is the deluxe version of the deck. And this comes in a bigger box, so it's a bigger size. As you can see, if I compare the two of them. So it's bigger size. And what you get with this is a booklet. It does come with this. I seem to be saying booklet a bit weird today. But the box itself comes in two parts. And the booklet has all the information, including the sigils, all the short descriptions of what each of the cards are, and includes some information on the four devils. Four devils, while not being part of the 47s, do come as a bonus in the deluxe version of the deck because so many people wanted them. But the backing for the Four Devils ones are different compared to has the unifying sigil on the 47s one. Both versions of the Four Devils are in it, the new versions and the old versions, so that's 8. Actually 9 cards because there's 3 versions of Cranvok. This version of the deck is very handy if you're doing more magic stuff with it or contemplative stuff for putting, say, on your altar or like that. It's probably harder to use as a divination deck, but of course people do. Some people love it as a divination deck, like the bigness of it. And a nice box, which you can also use as a manifestation box. And by that I mean you can put in your own written kind of requests or anything into the box to be beside the 47s if that feels like something that might be useful to you. The next version of the deck is the neophyte version of the deck. And this is essentially, it's the 40 cards, again, very like the standard deck in the box, but on the cards themselves, it has the description of what the card is, the short description from the grimoire. And the artwork has been changed slightly to kind of have a more of an old grimoire feel, like, you know, the line etching or something that you might see in an old kind of like Sherlock Holmes illustration from the Strand. So this is very handy if you're new to the 47s and want to learn without having to, you know, do a reading and then look it up or get the book out or whatever. But even if you're not new, it's quite nice. I like the artwork. I like the feel of it. It has its own kind of quality to it. So the next version of the deck is the monochrome version. And to be honest, I think I'm one of the few people who like this. I was posting up photos of black and white photos when I was doing readings earlier in the year, or last year maybe at this point. And I really like the black and white. Or if it's more in this, it's more sepia, which has a slight kind of yellow or orange quality, but very slight. So this is it. But judging by the sales of this version of the deck, I'm one of the few people who actually like it. And I really like it. I really like how it feels. I like doing readings with it. I like the aesthetics of it. It works very well in black and white. But perhaps I will take it off sale soon, or I only have it when it's, you know, at certain times of the year on sale, because I don't want to be cluttering up the store pages with different versions, making people, you know, unsure what the ones they want to get. So if you want the monochrome deck, I would say get on it soon enough. So before we get to the tin travel version of the deck, I just want to quickly show you the Brazilian Portuguese version of the deck. It is a more matte kind of quality to it. The box is quite sturdy, good quality. The cards themselves are a bit thicker. Again, I'd say they have a matte quality to them, and they're not shiny. They're really nice as well. They kind of have a good kind of, you know, shuffle feel to them. It kind of feels if you've ever put like a powder on your cards that has that kind of sense to it. These are very good. Only available in Brazil. Maybe some of you are in Brazil, so you can get them in Brazil through Penumbra Livros, if I'm pronouncing that right, which I assume I'm not. So the final version of the deck, the newest one, is the tin deck, the travel deck. Now, people have been asking me for a long while to do something like this, to do a smaller deck that's easy for travel or easier for people with smaller hands or whatever. But I said, well, if I'm going to do a travel one, I may as well do a good solid case. And this, it's like a mint tin, I think it's described as, but well built. It's good and solid. It doesn't feel flimsy in any way. Good, like it would protect the deck, like you could throw it in your bag, your pocket or whatever, and it would be fine. The printing on itself, rather than it being white, comes out silver, which is nice. The writing on the back has been enlarged since this version has been on. This was the prototype version, so it's more readable if you're like me and are old and need glasses and even still sometimes struggle with smaller writing. But the deck itself has these lovely rounded edges. It's a lovely little size. So that it's a really nice kind of small version of the deck. And I carry it around with myself in my pocket or in my coat pocket. And yeah, so nice. Good. And the size comparison from, say, that's the standard deck. And then that's the deluxe version of the deck. And then for good measure, there's the Brazilian version of the deck and the size difference. So hopefully that in some way helps to inform you of what deck would be the best version for you, or if you're interested in have a deck and getting a second deck. Of course, don't feel like you have to buy any of the decks at all in order to use the 40 servants. There's a load of free resources on the website, which will be in the show description, which allows you to use the 40 servants without ever paying a penny, right? Buying a book, a deck, or anything. It's all available there. But of course, if you do buy a deck, or you do buy the book, or you do join the Patreon, or whatever it is that you would like to do to support me, links are in the description. It really does help and allow me to continue doing the stuff I do, whether that be the podcast, the videos, the music, the comics, the newsletter, the writing, future decks, all of this kind of stuff. I am working on a tarot deck at the minute as well. So it's when you support and you send me some money through PayPal donation or whatever it is, then it really does allow me to continue doing what I am doing. And if you like that, then, that's a way to support me, is by supporting me. So, good people of the internet, until next time, I hope this was helpful. And there'll be more videos coming. There's a newsletter which you should join if you want to keep up to date with what I'm doing, or join the Discord. All of these links are in the show description. So, good people of the internet, until next time, be well, and may your best days be ahead.